Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello my dear students, how are you? I hope you are fine and to enjoy good time and good health. Today inshallah we will resume talking about mathematics of finance, compound interest, annuity due. Let's start with problem number 1. What is the future value of $1,000 and annual annuity due for 5 years in a bank that pays 7% converted annually? In this example, R will be equal $1,000. Its annuity due because of, he said, 1,000 and annual annuity due for 5 years, so the total time here 5 years in a bank that pays 7% converted annually, so J equals 7%, M equal 1, I will be equal 7% over 1, which is equal 7%. By substituting, for R equal 1000, T equal 5 years, J equal 7%, M equal 1, and I equal 7%, and N equal 5. Problem number 6. In a formula, suppose after retiring in double dot sub 25 years equal a person plans to have $100,000 in his account I if the bank pays 5% compounded monthly. So how much does he need to deposit in his savings account at the beginning of each month to achieve his retirement goal? 1 plus I. This example, in our problem, he said that S double dot sub n will be equal how much does he need to deposit in his savings account 53 at the beginning of each month, so it is due. In this example also, problem number 3, R is unknown and annuity due $100,000 is the future value for 5 years in a bank that pays 8% converted semi-annually. Find the future value and the interest accumulated at the beginning of the period. So, to get the future value, we will substitute by R equal 750, T equal 5 years, J equal 8%, M equal 2, I equal 4%. In a formula of S double dot sub n equal R times 1 plus I to power m minus 1 over I times 1 plus I, so the future value will be equal 9,364, and to get the interest we subtract R times n from S double dot n, so the interest will be equal 1,864. The next problem. A man deposits $1,200 at the beginning of each month for 2 years in a bank that pays 6% compounded monthly. What's the future value and the interest accumulated at the beginning of the period? In this example, R equal 1,200 at the beginning of each month, so it's due for 2 years, so T equal 2 years, and N will be equal 2 times 12, which is equal 24. In a bank that pays 6% compounded monthly, so J equals 6%, M equal 12, and I will be equal 6% over 12. He need to get the future value and the interest. So the future value is double dot n equal 1,200 times 1 plus 5 per thousand all to power 24 minus 1 over 5 per thousand all times 1 plus 5%. So S double dot n equal 30,670. The interest equal 30,670 minus 1,200 times 24. Problem number 6. Suppose after retiring in 25 years, a person plans to have $100,000 in his account. If the bank pays 5% compounded monthly, how much does he need to deposit in his savings account at the beginning of each month to achieve his retirement goal? In this example, he defined that the annuity is due. From where? From the required. How much does he need to deposit in his savings account? Note that at the beginning of each month. So it is due. And he said that after 25 years he need to get $100,000. So S double dot N equal $100,000 and R will be unknown. Note that we will substituting for R unknown and S double dot N equal $100,000 and for 25 years N will be equal 300 because of 25 times 12 equal 300. The nominal rate here 5%, M equal 12, so I will be equal 5 over 12. In a formula of S double dot N, S double dot sub N equal R times 1 plus I to power M minus 1 over I times 1 plus I. Again, S double dot N equal S sub N times 1 plus I. So easily we can get R. Problem 8. On March 1, a person bought a car from a car dealer for $5,000 down payment and $200 at the beginning of each month for 3 years. So, this example, the annuity is due because of it is at the beginning of each month. The buyer made the March and April payment and asked the dealer to postpone the receipt of payment until November 30. So he paid the March and April and unpaid for May, June, July, August, September, October, and at last November. So there are 7 annuity unpaid. If money is worth 11% compounded monthly, how much should he pay to settle all the obligations? R equal 200, J equal 11%, M equal 12, and I will be equal 11% over 12. And there are 7 unpaid annuities, so N will be equal 7. In a formula of S double dot N equal R times S sub N, so S double dot N equal 200 times 1 plus 11% over 12 all to power 4 minus 1 over I times 1 plus 11% over 12. So S double dot N will be equal 818.5. Another problem. Payment of $1,000 each are made at the beginning of each year for 5 years. What is the present value of this payment if interest rate compounded 8% compounded annually? R equal $1,000 and because of it is made at the beginning of each year, so it is due and he will get the present value. What is the present value? The required. How you can get the present value? The total time here 5 years and the J equal 8%. and because of its compounded annually, so m equal 1 and I will be equal a%. And the present value formula will be a double dot sub n equal r times 1 minus 1 plus I to power negative n over I times 1 plus I. So a double dot sub n equal 4,312. Problem 11. An annuity due of $750 each, 6 months for 5 years, in bank that pays 12% converted semi-annually, find the present value. By substituting for R equals 750, T equal 5, and J equal 12%, M equal 2, I will be equal 12 over 2, which is equal 6%, N will be equal 2 times 5, which is equal 10. A double dot sub N will be equal 5,851. Another problem. A man deposits 1,200 at the beginning of each month for 2 years in a bank that pays 8.5% compounded monthly. What's the present value of this payment? In this example, R will be equal 1,200 and the total time equal 2 years. He made R every month, so in 1 year there are 12 annuity. In 2 years will be equal 24 annuities. To get the present value, a double dot sub n equal R times 1 minus 1 plus I to power negative n over I times 1 plus I. So a double dot n will be equal 26,586. This is the last example. Thank you for watching. See you next time.